and she's not going to leave you dry-eyed. She's amazing. So she is a premier coach, Success 10 All-Star, plus-size model, 2 million views on YouTube, 80 fans, over 80,000 fans on her business page, 22,000 followers on Instagram. You guys have such a pleasure of hearing her speak, and you're gonna walk away today with your life's blown, your mind's blown. She's going to change your life. Please welcome to the stage, Coach Tulin.
Do that thing! That's right, that's right. I really feel very strongly about that. Hi guys, okay. I'm a rambler. Anybody follow me on my live? Some of you guys might not know me. Do you guys know me?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason, that's kind of a really bold statement to ask because I don't want to bore you guys if you know my story, but if you haven't been exposed to me in my rambling, just be warned. I ramble. See, I just ramble. But I never really know where to start with my journey. So if I could just get a show of hands, how many of you guys have seen the success story that Beachbody did on my story? Okay. All right, so some of you guys have. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was the unsupportive spouse. I used to eat Chinese food in front of my husband and McDonald's Coke. We all know McDonald's does it right. They have the best Coke. But when I started on this journey, I was over 350 pounds. I don't know how much higher because my scale didn't go any higher. It maxed. And we became broken homeless. Not because we sucked at our business. I felt that was really important to state because people don't know the reason we went broken homeless. It wasn't because we sucked at our business. It was because we had a business partner that threatened to kill 40 employees and our family. And I remember barricading ourselves on Christmas Eve. Well, nobody tells you how to go broken homeless gracefully. It's not easy, and it avalanches really fast. So if you guys haven't watched that success story, then I highly recommend that you go check it out on YouTube. Go to, I think it's Team Beachbody, and just look up Tulin Emre. And watch that video. And I remember you think you know, but you don't. And a lot of people can judge you. So when I started this journey, then we were broke, we were homeless, over 350 pounds. My husband lost the ability to walk for 2 years due to his multiple sclerosis. And I had no hope. It was done. Life was done. I remember my son coming down the stairs and caught me going through the piggy bank, looking for the silver change. It was all gone. We were down to the pennies. I love that we're at a food bank. I remember. Do you guys ever judge people by their car they drive? You might not admit this. We had a hugely successful business online. And I was driving a Z4, and my kids were hungry. And the reason why I was driving this fully loaded Z4 was because I was waiting for the repo man to come get it, and what was putting the gas in the car was the change that we were getting out of my kids' piggy bank. And I lived in a small town at the time. That's where our warehouse was. And there was a church, and at that church was a lot of local community members. And those local community members saw me in my Z4, and I was so afraid to be judged, and my kids were hungry. And I couldn't drive to the church to get food. So this environment was huge for me to see the healthy foods, because I also believe, because we were broken homeless, that we couldn't eat healthy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you all, that's bullshit. There's number one. Woo! It's complete bull, and I love this. When Astros kind of showed me around, they were showing how much healthy foods they had. The reason why I say that is because, to be totally honest, much like the success story we saw, I was an emotional eater. I was. That's how I stuffed my emotions. That's when we had money in our pocket. And we'd go to my husband and I would go and eat as much food as humanly possible. Because sometimes we didn't know where our next meal was coming from. And quite frankly, it made us stop feeling. It was numbness. The unfortunate part is this whole entire journey is that we wore our journey on us and we believed what everyone else had to say about us. So when we were successful financially, we had lots of friends. When we lost our money, we didn't have a lot of people in our life. The people that we did have, we pushed away. So we came into Beachbody. I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm married. I don't know if you noticed, I don't have a wedding ring. Don't have a wedding ring. Because that wedding ring and the diamonds fed my family. It put the hotel room over our head. It paid our car note in case we couldn't pay for the hotel room. And then I watched that car get repossessed. So the long and the short of it, you guys, is the reality is, I'm not gonna stand up here and tell you about my bling. It's coming. But I'm very much in line with what Beachbody's talking about right now. I love the ladies I work with. They are me. I talk to me on a daily basis, and I had no following, no friends, no social media. I started at 0. I had no social media knowledge for myself, and I was ashamed. I did not start making changes until in my life until I loved every 350 freaking pounds I wore in my body, because I realized that I didn't have the tools to deal with the situation we were in. I'm watching my husband on his hands and knees. He wants to drag me to that workout with him. And I'm like, oh no. And by the way, hurry up, this is a trifecta. Lots of Chinese food, McDonald's, Coke, and oh, like Jerry Springer. Like he was in front of the only TV in the hotel room doing P90X on his hands and knees, and I was the grouch about all this, arms in front of me like this, because you're in this position because of you. Much like you guys wait for magic motivation to land in your lap, like, oh, Trey must be working out every single day because he's got magic motivation. He just lands in his lap and just goes off and does his workout. No, he doesn't. He just told you. Well, I was waiting for my husband to magically change the situation, and he was in a deep, dark, maybe unable to recover depression. So when I started in this, you guys, I lost my time. Come back to me. There it is. I started in all this not wanting anyone to know. I didn't. Because as a matter of fact, I was told what I did was bad for women like me. By sharing my journey online was bad for plus size women. Because I was showing them that you were saying that you had to change your body to love yourself. No, it's on tape and on live. No, I didn't. What I said was, I needed to figure out a way to take care of my health, and it was up to me. It was up to me, but I didn't want anybody watching me at first, you guys. I didn't tell people I was going broke and homeless. As a matter of fact, the day my video aired that April, Facebook Memories just started, and I remember I was sitting with my feet up on my desk. Don't ask. I was sitting with my feet up on my desk, and I watched a memory come through. The day the video aired was the exact same day we ended up homeless in Huntington Beach, to the day a few minutes before. All of us in this room, I don't care if you have 5 pounds or 500 pounds to lose. The way it makes you feel is exactly the same. My journey is no bigger than yours. The skinny coaches, don't ever disrespect a skinny coach and assume that they don't understand your struggle because they don't like you. Yes, they do. They love you. They probably reached out to help you. You want to learn to love and respect your body? Learn to love and respect all bodies. You don't want to be judged? Stop judging other people on their journey. Because we judge ourselves enough. Woo! So Trey and I were talking last night over his glasses of wine. I drank my water because I finished Ultimate Reset, and I'm back down to my 100-pound mark. I gotta tell you something. So we didn't want to give you like, okay, this is how you pose. I'm not that girl. Trey's kind of not that guy. You're kind of not that guy. No. But we wanted to serve ourselves as an example and be able to break the things that are stopping you from moving forward in your business. So ladies I work with women exclusively who are plus size. Some of them aren't so much anymore. Some of them are in this room right now. And some of you guys can go, the magic sauce is because she's talking to plus size women. She's so freaking smart. When I came up with the term plus size health and fitness motivator, I just needed something real quick to describe me for something I was doing. No, you all. They've been targeting plus size women since the beginning of time. I was not the really one to come up with that. What I did was, I went out and started sharing my journey as me. And one of the things that I described myself as being plus size. So let me just stop right there for a second. Two things. And I said this if you guys saw me in Platinum Edge. If you get stuck on the word plus size, for one of two reasons. One, you think that's a magic sauce. I have to clean out your ears and tell you you're missing the point. It's one of my describers. Two, plus size is not a negative. I'm not here to debate, talk into, convert, any of those things. It is who I am, and I stand proud of who I am. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. So what I want you to do is take those things out of my equation, and I want you to understand is, I use social media as my scrapbook. I had no one to talk to. And I didn't share that I was going broke and homeless when it was happening. And some of you guys are like, I can't share because people will judge me. Somebody's gonna say something about me. They've been talking shit on you all this time. They have been. Two, thank you. They have been. And what has that done for your life? Did it make it better? How many of you, they were right? How many of you are so glad you listened to the critic? Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's about you should leave your abusive husband. I mean, there are some times you've got people who have our back, but for the most part, when people take you, your journal, your struggle, and they lay it out for you, and they tell you why you should and shouldn't do things, what if I listened to the person who said to me, what I do is bad for plus size women? There's a lot of people who went searching, not for Coach Tulin. They didn't know who I was. They went searching for something that's making them quit in that moment, and I talked about it. And for that instant, they saw hope. So what we do is we show other people what's possible. When Mindy's sitting here with what she's been able to accomplish in the business, what I see is what's possible. That's what I want you to see when you look on stage. She's successful because she's plus size. You know somebody said that to me? Oh, well, you're successful because you're heavy. What? I'm in the health and fitness industry. The reason why I'm successful at what I'm doing and I continue to grow is because I began to, one, love myself in the moment I was in, because if I continue to beat up on my body, and then all of a sudden I tell it what to go do, if you said that to somebody else, would they listen? They say, oh, you want to beat up on me? Okay, let me go do what you said for me to do. Your body's like, yo, I believed in you until you could believe in you. You have a company that believes in you until you could believe in you. And your body got you through some big time stuff. There is not a person in this room, there is no comparison to the size of your journey. You have gone through what you've gone through because you have a greater purpose. And the more you don't share it, you're worried about what your critics have to say, worry about the person's life that you could have changed by sharing your drama. If I shook this room, there would be skeletons rattling all over the place. Every single person. This journey is not a straight line. Pose. You guys, after you lose 100 pounds, you lose as much as I have in the neck. Like no matter what, like every picture comes out like this. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Let me also tell you this too, by the way, you guys. In the 4 years I've been in this business, I had a 1-year plateau where I went and I got therapy. And I remember the therapist looked at me and goes, I don't want you to worry about losing weight right now. And I'm like, oh, wait, they just paid you for that? She was so right. Because what happened was, I got to the bottom of why I was carrying what I was carrying on me. You see, I don't have to, you understand that it's, what is it, decide, commit, succeed? Thank you. It's not recommit, lose the re. Lose the reap. It's another page in your book, not their book, not their opinion. They're not going to be there to hold your hair when you puke. They're not, and they probably won't be at your funeral. That's the reality. So why are they telling you the value of your journey? Now let me explain something. Some of you guys are like, you know what, I gotta have more results before I go and I share my story. You are still feeding into the exact same thing that is holding 70% of this population back. But let me clarify, 100% of this population carries the weight between their ears. That is where the obesity epidemic lies, is between the ears. And that is not size exclusive. During these 4 years, at a 1-year plateau, I never spiraled out of control, y'all. I never went back to the things that drove me to where I ended up. Because I now had tools. And so every time I fell off track, instead of saying, oh, I suck, I have to go back and recommit, I went, what did I learn from this? And I stopped looking at the bad things that were going on in my life and I started saying, why me, which is what I used to do, go, okay, cool. What can I learn from this? And every time a door shut in my face, I thanked God for it and said, I can't wait to see what door's about ready to swing wide open for me right now. It is selfish of us to think that we have to have a transformation that is purely based on the physical. When each one of you guys, when you decide to move forward, begin your transformation, that could change somebody else's life. It starts day one. And if we keep feeding into the idea it's about this big, notice they say be a product of a product. Nobody said be your final weight loss number. And what is that number? Do you guys know what that number is? Okay, so I'm about ready to drop some truth, but first I gotta see how much time I have. Hold on. One momentum. I have no idea. Okay, I'm good. Okay. Do you guys ever notice when you guys come up with a number, like when people say, like when I talk to my girls, okay, because it's a plus size girl talking to a plus size girl, they'll tell you, I want to be able to bend over and tie my shoes. I want to be able to play and run after my kids. It is rarely a weight loss number. But sometimes we'll speak to somebody else and they'll feel the need to tell them the amount of pounds they need to lose. In retrospect, when I look at the number that was my goal, it was connected to a time in hindsight that somehow I thought was freaking awesome. But reality was I was depriving myself. I certainly wasn't filling myself with dense nutrition. My mindset was incredibly negative. I wasn't doing my personal development. I wasn't doing any of the things that Beachbody told me to do. So that number was useless because the reality was the steps I was taking. You guys aren't gonna believe this. I'm an anorexic. I know, it's tough to visualize right now, but I am an anorexic. I literally starved myself for most of my youth, my teens. So I hit this magic number, yet I'm miserable. And what I learned was, if I go work out and I build muscle, I'm a big girl who likes to lift heavy. Guess what? The scale's gonna go back to this magic number. So I stopped paying attention to my final goal number and I decided to keep getting better every single day. 4 years in the business, 1 year on plateau. The next year, I busted my knee. I just got full clearance last week. 16 months it took me to recover. I never quit. And I still did okay in Beachbody. You know why? People aren't looking for the before and after. We know that. Is it motivational and inspiring? And for those of you guys who have a six-pack, understand I'm not disrespecting that. I have one too. I just keep mine very, very protected. I do some pretty hardcore core stuff. Their journey is their journey. My journey is my journey. But what we need to see is what the process looks like. So if you follow me on Coach Tulin on Facebook or on YouTube, you guys, for those of you guys who follow me, do I care about angles? No. I don't care about the angle. I have videos of me shooting straight up like this, and there's my big old belly apron, and me doing my squats like this, and I'm looking and I go, well, that's a great angle. And then I go, check out that freaking squat, and look at that butt. I've never seen you go that low before. It was a mindset shift. Every morning I wake up kicking my own butt. and I don't mean working out, my old habit is to be incredibly abusive and rude to myself. And every morning, I have to remind myself how freaking awesome I am. I was not put on this earth to be a mistake. I am not a mistake. My story has no shame. And I am completely free. You know why? Because my journey, what I choose to share as I go, is there. Judge me, not for you, good. Now I know I don't have to talk to you. I don't talk to you. Oh, you're still talking about this? Like I was saying this, okay, I gotta tell you guys my troll story, okay? So my social media pages have no jerks on it. You guys, right there. You guys are not jerks. I have the cool, in my plus size support group, I have ladies in here who are in my group, we are the most badass bees you will ever meet in your life, who are working on next level self, that you will never see them talk negatively about themselves, or someone else, or their bodies. Because they knew that coming in? No, because they're in a place that requires them to go to next level self, because they know they have to be their best, because they're responsible for the energy they put in, and we don't want to drain the energy out. I have the same rule in my social media, and I have the world's worst trolls. Let me clarify. I'm gonna use a, well, you'll have to fill in the letter. So I had a troll on one of my lives write up, "Suck my duck," and then immediately correct herself in the next post. And I stopped and I looked at that and I go, well, I was more interested in the first. And I said, not only that, I go, my trolls suck. I'm like, go back and try it. Go back, come back. Go work on your game and come back.
Go.
I don't have that in my life. I don't, and I don't allow it. And it's up to me on where I allow myself to put the power. If I want to dive into that without it being fun, because if I have somebody coming on, every once in a while I have something negative to say, and I go, oh, I'm like, are you flirting with me? And they got to tell me, you're promoting obesity. Yes, this big girl who's working out, working on nutrition, sharing her journey is absolutely promoting obesity. I totally see that. You need to clean out what's going on between your ears. As a matter of fact, you should come talk to me because I can probably help you. I mean, that's the reality, you guys. That's it. So I choose not to put my energy into the negative situations. Because let me be really real. If you want to sit in the things that's going to hold you back from this business, but most importantly first, your fitness, your journey, and you put your energy there, you like it. Because it's familiar. And it's comfortable. And you're lowering the expectation of yourself and everyone else around you. Another one, I'm too busy. The I'm too busy badge, nope. Nope. We all have the same amount of hours in a day. What you have to get real about is you have to make this so important to you. You have to want it more than you want to breathe. And you got to understand it's not about refocusing or recommitting, or getting on another national wake-up call and then readjusting your entire business. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to do, because you want to know how I got here and where I'm going and the bling that's eventually going to follow here, right? I want you to do the vital behaviors for you. And then I want you to go on social media and not worry about the critics. Because there's somebody in this room right now that's like, I don't know what she said, she's gone in 10 different directions, she's rambling. Didn't hear a word I said. That's okay, because it's not for you. But there's other people in this room right now that are leaning forward and it's going to impact their life. That's who I'm talking to. Critics need not apply. That's where I get my confidence from. I want you to go on social media. I want you to pop on the video. And I want you to go share your journey to you, to no one else. And then I want you to press send or post. And then I want you to go back the exact same way, the next day. And if you have somebody who comes on your page or on your video or on whatever it is and has something negative to say or feels the need to give you unsolicited advice, may I tell you your social media is your house, your rules. If I walk into somebody's house and I see their shoes are off at the door, I take my shoes off at the door. It is your home. They are a guest. You live your life in the way that you need to. And when you go start making these changes, You are going to feel uncomfortable. It is going to be clumsy. It's going to be messy. You're going to fall off track. You're supposed to. That's called change. That's called getting out of your comfort zone. I just recently had to do this. I had a massive anxiety attack. What just happened? I didn't even recognize it. Didn't know what was happening. And I had to get deep. I got miracle morning. And I started digging in deep into this stuff. And I go, I'm in control. And then I looked at my anxiety attack and I go, that was freaking awesome! You know why that was, I mean, I was trying to meditate, and I don't meditate, because I can't turn my mind off, blah, 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 clearly. And I'm meditating, and I cannot take a deep breath because my chest is in pain, and my stomach is being stabbed like this. But you know what I realized? I don't live in that world every day. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. Because I made change in my life. And so when it hit me hard. And I thank God for it. Because it showed me how far I've come. You have a choice to look at whatever's been put in your path as one boulder on a 2-lane road in a wide open desert. And if you want that boulder to stay in your way, it will stay there. But if your kid's on the other side and you gotta feed them, are you gonna figure out how to get around that boulder or over it or under it or blow it up or Superman? I don't know, you're gonna do something, right? You're gonna figure it out because it's important enough to you. You have to do the same thing. This fitness will lead to the success of your business. And then you go and you talk about it online. You're not online in social media to entertain anyone. Trina and I were talking about this. Posting isn't about, I wonder, you know what, I'm gonna go do this post. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go and take Tulin's words word for word. Y'all don't do that. Don't do that. Understand the difference between inspiration and duplication for 2 reasons. 1, because you just stole somebody's heart. 1. 2, your story is better because it's yours. Don't be a version of someone else because you're too afraid to be a version of you. Because you're not going to get what you want back because people will instinctually know that's not you. If I go on and try to be that effing guy, I mean, I wear the snapback, but I really think that Trey stole my look. But if I go and I try to be Trey, do you think people would connect with me? Probably not. They're not going to. Because people will connect with your true self. And when you set yourself free, you set every single person free that watches your video. That doesn't mean they come and buy a product from you. 99.9% of the people who follow me on social media will never reach out to me about what it is that I have to sell. Not one. But do the math, whatever, the 0.01, yeah, that's it. Who do reach out to me? That's fine. And some of those people, you guys, I inbound all day long. People reach out to me and still say no. No's are good for you. No's mean you're talking to someone. And no's are also the universe's way of protecting you and your journey. Because you're not supposed to help that person right now. But when they come back later, some of my biggest critics have reached back out to me, and I open my arms to them. Because you know what? I was them at one point. Because if they're into your life, you attracted them. You brought them into your life. You were a few minutes ahead of the people in your life. And guess what? You have an option to stay there or to grow. And they have an option to stay where they are or come with you. And if they choose not to, bless them and let them go. And no longer give your power to them. Because you're robbing yourself. Because the exact same amount of power that you're putting into them, and your drama, and your trauma, and the reason why you're carrying the weight, or whatever your story is the same amount of energy you could be putting over here, and stumbling, and being clumsy, and pulling out your miracle morning, or doing the vital behaviors, or getting your workout done, not being able to do it like that. You guys, listen, a 3-minute workout for me, huffing and puffing at 350 pounds, is no different than Autumn doing her full workout all the way through. I am taxing my body. Do you understand? We are not here to look perfectly like these DVDs. Our lives are not perfect. That is boring. Your true journey And when you put your energy over here into changing your life, will not only change your life, but when you share it on social media, and one of the ladies in my group, Sabrina, calls it, she was like a scrapbook. I said, yes, like a scrapbook. Your scrapbook's for you to go back and look at how far you've come. But when you talk to yourself on social media, somebody's gonna say that, and it's not gonna be the person who likes, it's not gonna be the person who comments, and don't think you're gonna go from making that one post to all of a sudden having 2 million views on YouTube. Gary Vaynerchuk says one is better than none. Would you be disappointed to change one person's life today or this week? I think I'm done. You wouldn't be. It would change your life. When somebody comes up and tells you, I'm inspired by you, you've changed my life, does that not make an impact on you? Then why are you looking for the bigger number? Start with one. Start with sharing you on social media. Don't worry about what your critics have to say. Don't. And if you're worrying about what people have to say, worry about the person and the life you could have changed by sharing your journey as it is today. So when I go on social media, I don't think about what I'm going to post. I post about what happened that day. In that moment, in that instant. You struggle with posts on social media? I dropped my jewelry and my gold digger hat in the toilet yesterday at the hotel room. That would have been a fantastic post. What happened to you right now? You're not there to perform. Gary Vee says you're there to document. Document it. Don't worry about the size of the likes. It's not there, you guys. It's not the size and the quality. It's in the quality of you sharing your journey and you being true to you. Now, I would love to give you a step-by-step of how I run my business, et cetera, but you know what? Beachbody does an awesome job doing that. I follow the vital behaviors. I talk to people every single day. I drink my Shakeology. I do my workouts. Motivation doesn't come to me, and I share on social media. If you take a hard look at where your business is right now, do you know why I don't have more bling behind my name? Because I didn't talk to enough of my coaches to tell them more about this opportunity. Because I didn't want to push them. You know where I started changing my mind? When I realized that, what if my coach didn't tell me about this opportunity? What if my coach judged me on me being broke and homeless? What if he judged me by my side? What if I wouldn't be here today? And regardless of how much he knew that I was the toughest no you guys will ever get, I was quite mean at the time, he still told me everything about this business. And thank God he did, because I wouldn't be here right now. And each one of us have that opportunity to do that. And that's the reality, you guys. That's what's on my social media. It's the realness of this journey. So I don't know if that was helpful to you guys. Hopefully that was. I know I went over.